Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hey, welcome. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Krishna, Hare. I got a little early again, as usual. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If anybody didn't watch Lalita's class today, it was very good. Everybody's voice, I really enjoyed it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Lalita, if you have to take care of the devotees, don't have to worry about coming on. You can just go and do what you got to do for them coming over. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Yeah, make a choice. You can go and do what you need to do. That's okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Oh, Krishna. Oh. Oh, Krishna. Ah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Oh. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Good morning there. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, oh my Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna This name tastes like nectar. Literally, it tastes like nectar. It's beyond that, way beyond that. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Thanks for using.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh man, what a morning. It's the most auspicious thing to do every day, isn't it? Ever increasing good fortune. It's simply by chanting and dancing and tasting this wonderful name. It's like become more greedy to taste it more. Ah, but it's intense, man. I will say you have to have a break from this happiness to concentrate. Like yeah, it's like a workout. Transcendental workout, man. Yeah. Haridas got so strong because in his workout he could chant 300 names, and that's intense. I mean, really intensely experiencing this ecstatic state. I mean, it's intense, man. These tears in your heart, just and tasting this neck, you know, it's like gorging yourself, and it's like having an orgasm. I didn't put it bluntly, like having an orgasm that doesn't stop. Tasting this name, it's no words, no words, no words. But it's great, man. It's so great, and look what it's drawing into our lives. Great association, great people, great devotees of Krishna. That shows you we're on the right track, doesn't it? Really quality people are coming here, who really want God. I've always loved people who really like, if you love God, you really want God, man. I like to be around those kind of people, you know. They want truth, they want God, it's like that's so nice to be around them. Yeah, Freddie, let's see. Francis, Joan. On the road to Lalita, all right. Go have a visit over there. It's good. Yeah. Okay. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Chapter 10 of Anjalila. Lord Mahaprabhu accepts prasadam with his devotees, from his devotees. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Jesus, thank you so much for everything. Let me offer my respectful obeisances. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is always pleased to accept anything given with faith, who is always pleased to accept anything always given with faith and love by his devotees. uh, uh, and is always ready to bestow mercy upon them. Uh, yeah. It's automatic, actually. One time in the gym, a whole set of weights moved. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 Where were we? Ah, ah. Yeah. This mercy of Lord Chaitanya is automatic. Yeah. It's all spontaneous. This is amazing, this kind of worship, because this faith and love is given spontaneously by just being in the line. You come in line with that mercy, man. The mercy flows through the line. It literally, spontaneously. That's why it's a gift. It's a gift. You read, prove me wrong that it's not a gift. Everywhere it says it's a gift. This trying to attain it is only because you can't accept the gift. You notice how many people still, Vaishnava, can't accept the gift, right? Can't quite get it yet. They will in due course. It takes a while. Yeah. See, there's the quackers are the beginners. They quack, quack, quack. You see, kind of the quacking sounds kind of like, it's like the swans are better, better. And then the bees. See, we're in the bee group. A lot of bees here. The nectar. Bees get very intoxicated on honey, this same kind of thing. That's why they use bee as the analogy. See, so simultaneously, it's like Raghunath Das. Gopinath Pattanayaka. He was one of the five Pandavas in the Krishna Lila. And also, in this Lila, he was part of the sons of Bhavananda. Is it Bhavananda? Yeah, Bhavananda. Yeah, Bhavananda, who was King Pandu in the previous life. And so Gopinath Pattanayaka was a pure devotee. And he was a government servant. And he cheated on his taxes once, because who wants to pay the government, right? If you can, if you don't have to. So he cheated, and the government caught him. Well, actually, it wasn't like that. It was anyway. It was basically it was a drama created, and he was being tortured, and he was going to be put to death, and all he did was chant Hare Krishna. Now, this guy was seemingly a pounds and shillings guy, but not. See, he was a devotee of the Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna. He just chanted Hare Krishna Maha Mantra while he was being tortured. See? And by the mercy of the Lord and his devotees, because the devotees went up to the Lord Chaitanya and said, you should help your devotee out. And the Lord said, what are you kind of, I can't do anything. I'm poor. I don't have money. I can't beg for a lot of money. I can't do anything. But they just petitioned the Lord. See, the devotees just petitioned the Lord on the behalf of this devotee, and he was easily extracted from the situation. And the Lord said he could do nothing. But then he said, see, he's very tricky. Lord Chaitanya is very tricky, very deceitful transcendentally. He deceives everybody unless you're a very deep devotee, and you can see this beautiful deception. See, when you get deceived by his maha maya, it never works out. You always get screwed bodily and mentally. That's what it does. The maha maya is meant to screw you and teach you. Learn to get deceived by the pastimes of the Lord. They're amazing. See, so this is the kind of deception. It's very playful, very wonderful, and very purifying, very ecstatic. See? So the Lord says, I can't do anything. Go pray to Lord Jagannath. He can undo or do anything, do or undo anything. Go pray to him. No, I'm just a poor sannyasi. Now, isn't that a deception? Did they do wrong going to Lord Chaitanya instead of Lord Jagannath? Or did they do even more than right? But the Lord tried to deceive them. And, go to Lord Jagannath. He can do and undo. I'm just a poor sannyasi. That is, I'm telling you, he's a rascal. They're deceiving. Didn't tell it. He lied. Just a poor sannyasi, that guy? But the devotees didn't know. They still went to him. No. We're praying to you. You're Lord Jagannath. Don't, give. But anyway, the Lord put it on Lord Jagannath. Let him, But anyway, the bottom line is, so the devotees prayed on behalf of another devotee, and therefore the Lord undid the situation. And Gopinath was chanting Hare Krishna, even in the midst of danger like that, which all devotees really do, because they know, the Lord is the best opt out, best way to get protected, Yeah. So the mercy just flowed from Lord Chaitanya because he was a devotee. And you know what he got? He got actually a better position and actually an increase in pay. It took him it all. I just won't tell you the whole story, but that's what the bottom line was that. So the mercy of the Lord just flows automatically by contact. It's a contact sport. By touching the Lord, the mercy touches you. Can't help it. The mercy is even independent of the Lord in that sense. It has its own life. If you touch the Lord, automatically the mercy flows. That's why it's so auspicious to be around the devotees, the deeper devotees, the intimate devotees who touch the Lord, because the mercy automatically flows into your life. You automatically advance in Krishna consciousness. Automatically sins are eradicated by being in these, that's called sadhu sangha. That's why the Lord himself praises it so much, to be around ecstatic devotees who touch the Lord, and the mercy just flows. It's just like the Lord when he kicked a hole into the universe, see, and touched the Lord's transcendental potency. What happened? The mercy flowed into the universe. That's the devotees' association. They're kicking a hole like Vamanadev every day into the spiritual dimension of Vrindavan, here in this Sangha anyway. And the mercy flows from there to here. Does that make sense? Is that conclusive? Is that a revelation or what? You can't touch this stuff, man. It's MC Hammer style. Can't touch this. I have to boast a little bit because the mercy's powerful here. What are you going to boast a little bit? I can't just give you a little false humility. No. My Lord's powerful, man. Every day we're kicking field goals like football, right? Goal after goal after goal, right? It's over the goal post, man. We kick hit a home run for you Americans out there. Home runs every day, Mickey Mantles. See, this is the mercy, then the mercy flows. Sadhu Sangha, Lord Krishna said, I'm not attained by sadhana, by renunciation, all these things they teach in Vaishnavism. Oh, attain, you got to see, it's an attaining thing. They taught it with Moses also. Yeah, you got to attain the mercy of the Lord by your works, by you working for it. No, that's not really it. That's only to get you a desire. You've become a little frustrated. You want more. Is there anything more to God than all this? These ceremonies. I'm tired of the popes, just trying to be an in between. I go through the pope and I don't get there. Or I go through these thousands of gurus and I don't poke a hole into the spiritual world because they haven't poked a hole in it. Does that make sense? You got to find a real poker, an authentic poker, that pokes. It touches the mercy, touches the Lord, and then the mercy flows. That's our thing. Business teach the real principles of Krishna consciousness on the deepest level. So, hey man, doesn't it make it easy when you understand these things and they're conclusive? Doesn't that give you real knowledge? They say knowledge is power. Did you hear that ever? Did you ever read that? That's the thing. Knowledge. I just heard that. They said knowledge is power. Learn, 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 learn. But that learn all the Maya bullshit. No, not that kind of. This knowledge is power. Power for what? Power to love, man. Power to have spontaneous love of God. Power to taste transcendental metals. That is the greatest treasure in this world, man. That's Bitcoin on steroids. That is the greatest trophy asset. I learned all these things. I'm studying Bitcoin a little bit, They say it's a trophy asset. The best in the whole universe. Now, this is Bitcoin on steroids. Biggest trophy is Krishna and Radha. To attain them. But by works, oh my God, are you looking at least 60,000 years of austerities? And then you probably won't get them. But the good news is, through the association of devotees who have them already, because either in this life or another life, they've attained that association, that treasure, that trophy asset. Okay? That's the wealth, the wealthy. They know all about trophy assets, man. That's why they're wealthy. Okay? I know about the real trophy asset, therefore I'm wealthy. But in the best way, man. I got the golden goose. They only got the gold. Okay? Even my disciples they're bragging. Look at Lalita, he's bragging. I own you, you own me. Now that's what I like to hear. Now that's a disciple. And that's true, genuine. You can see she's not a bluffer or a bullshitter, man. Right? The real deal, man. I'm proud of my disciples. They poke holes. She pokes a hole in the universe and goes right to Vrindavan and brings back that mercy, man. That's why you feel so good. I'm like an electrician. I like to teach how the electricity works. Break it down. So you think, oh boy, that's what happens while I come here and I look at Lalita Ganga, or come here and I feel so good. Yeah, of course, because this is the way the electricity flows through the current, through the real line, man. The devotees poke holes in this material covering here. All very, very thick layers, very easy for them because they've got the real mercy of the Lord. And if you want to get that kind of mercy, you got to go through them, man. You got to hang out with them. That's why it makes it so easy here. Isn't this good? How are we doing, Govinda? All right? We're going to poke more holes in this Maya. She's going to be like Swiss cheese. People are just going to go right through her like a mosquito through a screen. All of a sudden, they just pass right through Maha Maya, man. Right into Yoga Maya. I'm telling you, man. Got big goals here. Big financial goals. Yes. Got the best trophy asset, man. I'm going to get these materialists, man. I'm going to get these pounds and shillings persons. Nityananda did. He used to get the householders and cripples. As we get cripples and householders. Have we got any sannyasis yet? Anybody? Not yet. Okay. Yeah, we'll get them. You watch. Sometimes they're the last to come. They still believe in austerities that that they're going to attain. This is the easy way, man. Hey, all mankind, just this is conclusive. You can check it in the books, and in these books, I'm taking out, just extracting the gold, and we're leaving all the fluff, all that stuff, that things are speculations on, like they say Varnashram Dharma is the greatest way to attain God. Okay, it's a great start, but you got to get it. This is the greatest way. This is the fast way. That's why you see people that didn't even do the Vaidhi in this life much or anything. If they just, if Krishna says, this person really wants me, put her in the group. And those who do sincerely want Krishna doing Vaidhi, put them in the group because they really want. He gives you the intelligence to come here. Otherwise, you can't have it. It's mercy for all of us to be here and to have these realizations. Yeah. I can't stop listening to you when you tell about God. Yeah, God is great, and God is sweet. God is amazing. God is Krishna. God is Jesus Christ, man. God is, God is the devotees, even, in that servitor form, servitor Godhead. Isn't that what Prabhupada taught and the Vedas teach? Servitor Godhead, and they serving God in such a way with such absorption. That's who you get. They literally give you that Lord, and it's there like a sperm going right into your heart, transcendental sperm, see, and impregnating that heart, man. And then Krishna goes, you start crying. It's Krishna, man. You're born again, man. You gotta be born. See? Born of water and fire. See, fire, man. This is the fire. So that mercy is amazing. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all glories to Nityananda Prabhu. All glories to Advaita Chandra and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. See, you don't have to go anywhere else. You can just glorify the devotees of Lord Chaitanya if you're in this line. That's what Christians say, glorify Jesus, and there's auspiciousness. Oh, transcendental. It's wonderful. I've been to so many meetings, and I as soon as I hear Jesus Christ glorified, I feel that transcendental mercy. Wonderful. It's all about that. I always knew it was about that. Bhakti is all about love. The personification of real love is Radharani, man. Devotion. She's got the highest, purest love. Okay? And that love is the only pure thing in this world, my friends. The love in this world, love for child, love for friends, it's the purest thing humanly, but it's still not like this. This is gold. And its only object is Krishna or God. That's why Krishna says, see, these conclusive truths tell you about the real nature of Krishna, what he likes as he likes. And this should be a lesson to Vaishnavas and Christians and everyone, Muslims, the essence. Uddhava says, who are your devotees really? I can't tell by just study of the Vedas. You tell me from your realization. You form the real conception, the highest conception of who you are and your nature. Yeah. And Krishna says, oh, Good question. Not all my devotees know exactly who I am or what I am or how I exist. But if they worship me with pure, unalloyed love, they are the best of my devotees. See, if you had this standard, this gold standard, you could see real devotees in Christianity, or you can see the ones that aren't quite really right. They're quackers, the ducks, quack, 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 quack. But still, they're on their way because they're part of the group. And you can see those who are deep in their love for God. Because if you're really deep in your loving God with real devotion, oh, you're going to have revelations and realizations that are going to be outstanding. Even certain Christians, they have outstanding realizations because of the strength of their love. See, that's Adi Lila teaches the same thing. The love in Vrindavan is pristine and perfect and it's just amazing. That's why, it attracts the connoisseurs of devotion, actually. And Krishna saw the love of Radharani. He says, my God, man, that love is so deep. Look at the happiness she experiences in her own being because of the love. You can love. You want to know how that is to some degree? You want to know how that shows up? You look at devotees like Lalita Ganga or Johan. Can you understand the devotion, the happiness that those kinds of devotees are feeling? Very difficult, isn't it? That makes you Raganuga. That's the spec. This is this preaching here. This is why this is so cutting edge, man. People can't believe, how can you be preaching like this, like Mahaprabhu's preaching? Well, I can't help it. We're empowered. What are you going to do? This devotees here, if you really want God and you're Raganuga material, and you see the kind of love many devotees have here, the qualities they have here, and you become like, wow, I also want to worship like this. That's Raganuga path. That's why we must show this. We must show the glories of this love. Otherwise, we would have no Raganuga candidates. Nobody would know. Nobody would come that are really looking for this, right? That's why Lord Chaitanya, he knew many people were coming into embodiment at that time. They wanted to go on to the Raganuga spontaneous prema path. And therefore, he had to show these things. With Nityananda, they had to show how glorious it is to worship God like that. Aren't we doing that again to show? Look at the people, they still, it feels like we're 200 years ahead of ourselves. Most Vaishnavas, they look at this love, they don't know it's the highest friggin' thing. They don't know it's the greatest thing. And they look at what is going on here. Well, what's going on here? Is Raganuga Bhakti being taught so people quickly attain the spontaneous platform of devotional service? Quickly, as a gift, and the purification, and everybody knows that comes here with, there is some of that. But that's a burden of love, right? It's worthy burden. You're gonna suffer anyway in this world. Might as well suffer a little bit of your karma burning up quickly so you can be finished with it. Like going to the dentist and getting the job done. Then you feel much better, right? Instead of going around, people are going around with toothaches all the time in the material world. They got a toothache and they won't go to the dentist. A lot of you Niskan and Gaudiya Madhgos, you know who you are. You got a toothache still, pain. Well, the dentists are here in the Sangha. Come over here. We'll give you a big smile. Look at that big frozen smile there. There he goes. Yeah, come to the dentist here. We'll give you laughing gas. So that when we work on you, and it'll be, you'll be laughing, because you've been gassed. Gassed with Krishna's the gas, man. Radha and Krishna, man. You'll be laughing, man, as we're working on you. doing the gardening and pulling weeds out, weed eaters coming in, and you'll be laughing because you got the laughing gas going, man. What do you have? No one cares. There's a lot of laughing here. Okay. Yeah. See, the next year, the devotees were very pleased to go to Jagannath Puri, Nilachal, to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Word for word. Okay. Yes. So Parama Anande. See, Parama Anandi. See, in great happiness. See, Parmanandi is in great happiness. They went to see Lord Chaitanya. See? So that's what we do here every day by mantra. See, in great happiness, we come to see Lord Chaitanya. See? Come just by picking up his pastimes. It's like taking a trip to Jagannath Puri. It's the same thing. We do it by mantra. We just come and go with great pleasure, come to see Lord Chaitanya. And because it's a very ecstatic experience. This is what we're here to teach. The ecstatic experience about having your transcendental body awakened, man, by coming in the real line here. See? And so you're very pleased to chant the holy name. You're very pleased to chant the holy name. Very pleased to chant the verses in the pastimes of the Lord. Be very pleased. Great happiness comes from this. The greatest happiness. Yeah, people, they're trying to get happiness from all this material opulences, all the gold that comes from the golden goose. But actually, you can get great happiness from the golden goose, man. That's Krishna. That's Radha. Just by touching them. And all this else, other whatever is needed just happens, comes magically, mystically. Yeah. Hare Krishna. The next year, all the devotees were pleased to go to Jagannath Puri, Nilachal. Where's this? What is this? Here we go. What happened here? Why did this? Okay, just a second here. Let me figure this out here. Copy. Okay, there we go. Advaitacharya Goswami led the party from Bengal. He was followed by Acharya Ratna, Acharya Nidhi, Srivas Thakur, and other glorious devotees. Isn't it amazing? The Lord, by developing this relationship, you become glorious and glorified. Doesn't matter who you are. You could be a guy like Gaur Haridas. Look at this. From people coming here, you say, oh, Gurudev, Gaur Haridas, he's this and that and all these things, all these titles coming. Simply, is it because I'm anything special? Not really. But this relationship automatically gives you that specialness everybody's looking for. You see, people try to think, oh, well, let me just, by hook or crook, become an important personality. Or let me work for it. Let me work to be the president, and then I'll just, because it's a Ross, man. It's like, wow, man, I'm an important person. Trump says, hey, man, this is my signature. You can sell it on eBay for $10,000. You see the Ross in it? That's falsity. A lot of people say, yeah, he's so proud. Yeah, he is. It's material pride. It just is what it is. He's probably whoever he is. Who knows in this world? But it's still all material. See, people want to be important, so they work hard for that. You don't think he worked hard to make all his money and all that? Work hard to be wealthy and to be known as, this guy is a billionaire. I could see, I go on YouTube and you see these guys, this guy is a billionaire. And they're going, yes, it's a Ross. Taste. See? But it's all material. See? Seek the kingdom of God, and all else is added to you, man. See, the kingdom of God is this relationship. Automatically, you become glorified and glorious, and you don't even think anything of it because you're too busy glorifying. That's the happiness. Even your devotees, like I have disciples here. They're my friends and disciples. See, and they glorify their guru. Why? For great happiness. They have great happiness in glorifying. If your guru is really transcendental, the Lord reciprocates, and it's just proof to the world. And they see, like Govinda, he's reading about his guru, and his tears are coming from his. Where's that coming from? It's just proof that he's tasting Ras. He's tasting transcendental mellow of glorifying a person that has been accepted by the Lord. That's in their relationship. That's why I glorify my disciples that have that. And I feel that the Lord is pleased in my heart when I glorify that devotee who has bound the Lord in them. It's very important for people to know who to glorify. Otherwise, they're glorifying Trump. Even Christians are not clear. A lot of them go, Trump and all this stuff. No. This is all in the modes of nature. Do not glorify anything in this material world. They ain't glorious, man. Mode of good. Don't glorify even a Brahmin. When you know better, if you're in the mode of ignorance and passion, okay, glorify a Brahmin. But that's not this teaching here. I glorify Shuddha Bhaktas, man. Those who've got the transcendental mercy of the Lord. That's the secret of transcending like that. Jesus taught, whoever has faith in me, the transcendental personality, all your sins are forgiven. That's true. I experienced it. Real faith. Not wishy-washy, not with an ulterior motive, but real faith. The Lord knows our hearts. All is forgiven. Boom. And that's when you can taste mellows. That's why with the devotees, look how long they spend their long prayers. River and Lalita Ganga, they're long prayers. Because they're glorifying the parampara, and transcendental devotees, and tasting that happiness in their heart. Because actually it's the Lord tasting it in them. Yeah. That's why it's so quick, with devotees who have received that transcendental mercy. It flows real easily here. It becomes soft real quick to pick it up. Hare Krishna. Yeah, isn't it amazing, this path? Just if people knew clearly, they could get the gold so quick, the real gold, or the golden goose, which is the Lord. This relationship, everything comes, and if that's what I think, if I can convince some of these gurus that this is the way to get to be a real guru, because if you're not like this, you cannot deliver your dependents. Really deliver them. You cannot win their souls back to Krishna. But if you can understand the value of this, that we're preaching here, the real line is here, the real authority is here, been given here, then you come here and come in the line, the real line now. This is for the shiksha that's needed for people now, according to the time, place, and circumstance. You can become a real guru. You can deliver your dependence, and you may have like so many disciples. And you come here, and very quickly you'll taste the mellows of devotion. See, and automatically you touch the Lord in that way. He touches you, and the mercy automatically flows and flows to your disciples, and they start to have actual spiritual experiences and connection and awakenings. Also, it's always been that way. Yeah, when the lines are potent and meant to awaken the Lord, it's like that style. You meet a devotee who tastes these mellows right before you, whether it's a few disciples or the world, doesn't matter. It's just up to the inspiration of the Lord. And they teach you these confidential conclusions so you can have confidence on the greatest path. You can get this knowledge, this wealth of knowledge of how to transcend easily the cycle of birth and death. See, this knowledge is the power to do that. This knowledge is the power to do more than that. It is chunk change, man. Transcending. You think I even think of transcending this birth and death? People, devotees think, I just want to get free of karma and all. It's chunk change. They don't have to even think about it. They just tasting these transcendental mellows, everything happens automatically. It's spontaneous devotional service. It's the greatest treasure, and it's the greatest gift. Not by your works you're going to attain it. That's why you see, where is this bhakti devotion? Where do you see it in all these austere lines? People that are Vaishnavas trying to do it by austerities and chanting 1 lakh or many things. Where is the symptoms of this mercy flowing? Well, here's where I see it. Anybody else see it somewhere else? Let me know. The best, or maybe the worst. I don't, it could be hypocrisy. That is, we have, but we don't show. I don't know, man. That could be the worst. If it's hypocrisy. If it's real, I mean, Prabhupada hid things back. Bhakti Siddhanta also, Bhakti Vinod. Yeah, so. But, hypocrites can also, they can claim they're holding it back. And then you spend your whole life following them, worshiping an idol. That's an idol. You idle your time. Did you make much progress? No, I was sitting here in idle. I didn't really go forward. Transmission was not engaged. It was just in neutral. Just bzzz. See, the guru is the power, and the guru is like the shift, shifts in gear. Then you go forward. But if your guru is not empowered, you can't get in gear. You just stay in idle. Okay. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had ordered Lord Nityananda to stay in Bengal, but nevertheless, because of ecstatic love, Lord Nityananda also wanted to see him. Indeed, it is a symptom of real affection that one breaks the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not caring for the regulative principles, to associate with him. Anuragera, of real affection, Laksana, symptom, this, Vaidhi, regulation. See, so are we doing wrong, breaking regulations to associate with Krishna? breaking the regulation. Coming here, people think it's breaking a regulation. You break the regulation, you disobey the order of your guru. That's a principle. Disobey the order of guru. Because a lot of gurus will tell you, don't go over here. Gohar is abnormal. Okay. So is Krishna pleased by you following the order? That order that's an action in mode of ignorance. You break the Vaidiru to associate with Krishna. How would you do that here? Do I say I'm Krishna? Do you break the order to associate? No, Krishna is Satchidananda. See, the real Vaishnava represents Satchidananda, Krishna. They're empowered to represent Krishna in this world. By associating with them, you're associating with Krishna. It's just like Jesus said, anyone who believes in your word, not the Pharisees' word, your word, is believing in me, in my word. Whoever believes in you, or even your presence, is believing in me. So Jesus Christ represents the Supreme Personality of Godhead in this world. So people who have that kind of relationship with the Lord, whoever believes in their testimony, because it's real and it's deep and it's revelatory, because of their intimacy and love for God, whoever believes in them actually believes in that transcendental Lord. See, it's a family affair. It's all about family. Yeah, this is the meaning here. That's why people get the mercy here that have faith in here. If you have faith in what I'm preaching here, because it's not just me, it's actually the Lord preaching here, proved that many times, then you see people get they get the mercy of the Lord because it flows, because this is the Lord is using here. See, and it's showing that you have faith in the revelations that the Lord is giving his real devotee. If they're really real and really intimate, and they're given these revelations and they give them to you, and you accept them, see, then you become an ecstatic personality also. You find the real kingdom of God. Your knowledge becomes powerful now, and not just illusion. You think that that's real knowledge out there, to learn how to make money, to do financial stuff? It's all the world, the stuff in the world. You may need to do some of that to function in this world, but the real knowledge is this bhakti, is how to transcend this illusion once and for all. Because you can learn all that stuff, how to survive and become famous and rich and all this, and then you die and you still haven't transcended the cycle of birth and death. Here's the easiest thing, it's the smartest thing. This is where people, you want to be, if you're an investor out there and you want to know the best investment, this is the best investment here, topmost, on all levels, even physically. The Lord will take care of his devotees. They got to work so hard for that, because they lack real knowledge. See, this is real knowledge, man. It lasts forever. It's power, man. The power to transcend birth and death. See, the power to love God, taste transcendental mellows. That's the knowledge you get here. Where are you going to get this? They got all the books praising all this knowledge, teaching all this knowledge, but they can't teach it out there in ISKCON, can they? We do. We teach the knowledge of how to transcend birth and death, and you not even think about it. Teach the knowledge how to be karma-free and not even care. Teach the knowledge how to bind Krishna like Mother Yashoda did in this life and follow the path of prema. Okay? That's why you feel it too when you make the switch. When you make the shift, You feel like this verse. You become this verse. Indeed, it is a symptom of real affection that one breaks the order of the personality of Godhead, not caring for the regulative principles to associate with him. Okay? And so that one devotee said, here's practically how it could show up. I've had people say, oh, I can't come to your class because I got to do deity worship. Just even recently. Can I have your blessing to come to your thing? Of course. If you come to this class and you have something else to do and you make that a priority, of course, if you really have to do, you have to do it. We all have stuff like that. But if you start thinking do I really have to do it? And then you come here instead, then what happens is you please the Lord much more, and you will feel it. You will feel, wow, I made the right call. See, that's how it works. But you may have like even deity worship. One devotee asked recently, can I have your blessing to come to your class? Because usually I do deity worship at that time. I said, of course. I mean, if you do that, you're going to feel more pleasure. And then I quoted the verse. See, I know the verses also. Advaita Charya was in the middle of doing deity worship, and then an ecstatic devotee came into his courtyard. He dropped the flame right in the middle of the deity worship, which you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to complete the worship, right? Boom, down. He completed the worship by going to see the devotee 1,000 times more than just sitting there doing that. This is that verse. This is what we teach here. How to prioritize what is more important to the Lord. That was his whole point of coming here, teaching the glories of spontaneous devotional service and Raganuga Bhakti, which you enter in by being taught by an intimate associate of the Lord, these deep, deep principles that you cannot know in any other place except through them, because they're authorized teachers of it. Hey, it's my great happiness and pleasure to teach what's in the book now. Extract this. And not sit there and glorify rules and regulations and all that, and nobody can teach you how to please the Lord more. This pleases the Lord more. I love teaching that Ramananda Roy, when he said Vaidhi Bhakti and what is it, Varnashram Dharma is the greatest way to please the Lord, and Lord Chaitanya rejected it and said, tell me something deeper and more on. I want more of God than that. I want more than just a relationship with rules and regulations and principles. Tell me more. And he did. Yeah, I love teaching this because will move the devotees from one level to the next, where it's finished. And now you become a real devotee with a real eternal relationship with God, and you're going to be very happy. You're going to have the greatest counselor. You're going to have the greatest purification. You're going to have the easier life than you've ever had in any time. You're going to know what real wealth is just tasting these transcendental mellows, just like Lord Chaitanya did. You're going to taste a new way of eating. You're going to use a new way of eating. You're going to use the same mouth, and instead of putting that gross food in there, which you got to do some of that, but it's like just gross. It's like the world, it's kind of heavy, right? You're going to use the same mouth to chant the holy name and taste this ambrosia that even the demigods can't taste. That's what's going on here. That's what's going on in my life, in the life of some other devotees. Hey, this is real wealth, to taste the holy name of Krishna, man. Because if you can do this, then you can engage in your work or your worldly things, and there's contamination there, and everything faults and all this. But still, the Lord will purify you, because just by tasting this name, when anything in the heart that got in there dealing with in the world and all that is purified. It's much better, much more powerful way. Otherwise, look at a Vitae level, they don't have that ecstatic love yet level. And what happens? They got to be very careful with their association, if they are, because the heart gets contaminated, polluted, and they can't purify like this. See, they can't get it purified like it's done here. It's more powerful. Hey, good morning there. Thanks for coming. Yeah. He's dwelling in sweetness now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So his order does not, regulation, does not care for his order. Banje neglects Tanra, his Sanghara association, Karane, for the purpose of his association. So that's the thing, is how do you get the association? How does this verse work? How do you get this verse to work in this world? Well, that's why the real devotees are here. Real devotee means, if there's a devotee somewhere, you could stop your practice right there immediately and go and associate with devotees. See, this is the intelligence we teach here. This is what the wives of the Brahmins, they neglected. See, they neglected. They didn't have to criticize. They just neglected the order of their husbands. Don't go to the cowherd boys. See, same thing. They rep the cowherd boys. It doesn't say they went to Krishna. It went to the cowherd boys who represented Krishna, right? That means practical. You got to know, how do we get to Krishna now in 2021? Well, of course, the Lord put in my heart, make it fast for people. Get it over with, man. Let them just do the dental work, man. Just go right in there, give them the laughing gas, and get the job done. So they got a nice pearls looking smiles, nice smiles on their face. Okay. Teach postgraduate now. It's time. Get the work done, man. Get it done. Yeah. For the purpose of his association. So the wives of the Brahmins did that. See, the Brahmins were like their gurus. And they said, no, don't go to the cowherd boys. Just like here, the gurus say, can say, I don't know how many, a few have already said, no, don't go to Gauri. And you did. See, this verse approves of your actions, my friends. And anybody else in the future, this verse explained correctly approves of your actions. You're going to give Krishna more pleasure, and you're going to feel more pleasure automatically. When you have faith in this word and not that word out there from devotees in the mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance, you're going to get a different result here. You're going to get a more powerful result, and you'll feel it. You'll feel elevated by this word here. That's how it works. It always works like that. If you're really being used by Krishna as a divine medium, what you say is going to have tremendous impact on those who hear it and believe in it especially. It's going to change the course of their lives. Ask the devotees here if their lives have not been changed. The whole course of their life has been changed by this word spoken here. Instead of hanging out in the world and Maya or even amongst Vaidhi devotees, you're hanging out here. You're listening here. And these words are not of this world. They're not about worldly things, not about, regulative devotion. They're about the essence of everything. Yeah. See, Bali Maharaj did the same thing. He neglected the rules and regulations of worship. He had a guru, man. Had great faith in his guru. But it came to a point is he neglected the order of his guru not to associate with Vamanadev. See, and he got a better result. The Lord gave himself. Oh, now your guru there, who's adverse to my real form, Satchidananda, is out of your way now because you have faith. Prahlad taught him this. Prahlad taught Bali Maharaj what I'm teaching you here now. And with this knowledge, people can transcend this Vaidhi Bhakti and gurus who have not attained the desired result yet, this pure love of God, this Prema Bhakti. Otherwise, there's no way to change. They'll keep you bound. They'll keep you idling your time all the way to the end of your days, and you'll die of Vaidhi Bhakti. Your rules, regulations. That's just how it is. You got to pass the test. This is the test. Look at devotees who've done that. Look at Shama Sundari. She's come here. She had a guru also. No, why are you going to Gohari? Yeah, why going to Gohari, man? No, am I not enough? And she said, no, actually. And her actions are approved by the Vedas. See, this is why, if you're really being used by Krishna, the great sage principle works through you. A great sage is not a great sage unless their opinion differs from others. See, others are those thousands of gurus who can't do the job and cause transcendence to manifest in the lives of their disciples. So there's one guy who can. Why? Because I give you the real Bhagavatam that they can't give you. Anyone who has faith in this preaching by really looking at it, then you look at their preaching. If it's not up to this gold standard, take to the gold standard, transcend this cycle of birth and death and not even think about it, attain love of Krishna and taste these mellows, because that's what's here. That's our work here. And I haven't seen anybody else doing this kind of work to this extent. None of them. No one. This is for the greedy persons who really spiritually, who really want Krishna. I was changing me far away from who I am, and I will not pretend. Shama Sundari says, their prior was to changing me far away from who I am, and I will not pretend. Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, that's a lot of, see, you're the type, you're naturally Raganuga, waiting for this, but you got that by default, basically, and it's a good experience. See, by default, there's a lot of people. This is the secret teaching of Jesus in action here, man. It's got to be in action. Where is the living presence of God moving through someone in this world, like it was through Jesus, like it still does through his real followers who have the real Holy Spirit? And, so where is that potency working? See, there are a lot of people and that's why Jesus said, I have sheep in many different folds, because he knew people are just there wherever they are by default. They haven't seen a better thing. So he went out and preached it. Just like now, we're going out and preaching boldly, right? Bold now. This is probably the last days, So, hey, man, boldly preaching the truth. Hey, man, we'll prove it. You come here 30 days and we'll show you that you can't touch this knowledge. You can't touch this ecstasy. 0 places. They'll talk a good thing. My guru's the greatest. Yeah. But where is proof in the pudding? Where's the pudding, man? Where's the thick bhakti, man? Where's the conclusive truths that are astounding? Astounding truth. Where is that? Well, I see those symptoms right here, man. And if people get to know that, okay, now you found the Holy Grail. Now you found the portal to Vrindavan. Now you found how to transcend birth and death easily, and how to realize Krishna easily by being around those who have. That's simple, man. Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha. So is that Aman Narayan now with his phone? Yes, or is that your phone? Your phone. It says Aman Narayan. Oh, you're using both phones, two phones. Okay, one phone. Anyway, yeah. When are you going to get your updates? Figure out how to get the phone to work. Work on it. Okay. So during the rasa dance, Krishna asked the gopis to return home, but they neglected his order and stayed there for his association. See, he acted like a Vaidhi scripture by doing that. He said, well, women should not be out. Oh, I see. Two browsers. Okay. So he gave a Vaidhi instruction, and they didn't follow that. See, it's kind of like the Lord does that through the scriptures. He gives a Vaidhi instructions, right? The gopis disregarded that order to associate with him. But what does that associate mean? Satchidananda. See where the Lord really is. He works through his devotees. The devotees, the real ones, represent. It's all true. It's not just a bunch of words, guys. Not just a bunch of words that the devotees of medium. No, Krishna definitely looks through their eyes, teaches through their mouths. It's not a false eulogy. That's why I say you come, you get purified, you'll see that. You'll experience that enlivenment by faith in where the Lord is really working and through whom the Lord is really working. That is the game. That is the game changer. That is the wild card. You meet the living devotee in this life that the Lord is using in a transcendental way to accomplish a transcendental goal. Transcendental, you're very fortunate. It's most fortunate. You'll perfect your bhakti. You'll attain the highest happiness. You'll go from Vaidhi platform to Raganuga spontaneous platform very fast. In this life, even. Oh. I got up a little early this morning. Again. Might have to take some Z's soon. Let's see. Yeah, I love this verse. It's a very great verse. Okay, if one carries out Krishna's order, Krishna is certainly pleased. But if son sometimes breaks his order due to ecstatic love, that gives him millions of times greater happiness. And that's what we're teaching here, the value of this verse. Postgraduate now. They value this verse. Okay, the devotees are doing Vaidhi Bhakti right now, right? And they will probably die of Vaidhi Bhaktis. But if they realize this truth of this preaching here, this witness here, this verse here in action, and you do the deed, you're inspired to do the deed. Oh, I see, I can actually do this. Okay, the scriptures is Krishna giving direction to usually neophytes, giving direction. See? Now I have the opportunity to associate with Krishna because these devotees represent the real Krishna, Satchidananda in this world. How else is Krishna, the real living Krishna, going to be represented? The best place is the devotee's body and heart, right? So if you go to them, you're going to Krishna. Otherwise not. Otherwise, you still don't know where he is. That's why, we're preaching that where Krishna is. Krishna is with his real devotees, and they're rare right now. In this line, it's rare. Radha and Krishna if Radha and Krishna is with somebody, you're going to see if they're showing an ecstatic personality, and you're going to hear conclusions that'll knock your socks off. Topmost. Can't touch this stuff. See, can't touch this style. Yeah. I think I got to take a nap. Okay, let's get some statements here. Govinda can't talk, so figure that out, please. And Tom or River, what do you got to say? Give us a word.
You're going to talk, Tom?
I wrote some things down listening, and it's all so beautiful. It's about surrendering to this conclusive Krishna flow. No resistance. Krishna's directions, they don't deserve any resistance, only surrendering, only go with that flow.
Acceptance, right? Acceptance.
Okay. So when this acceptance is there, everything becomes, if that contact is there, then everything is okay. Everything is attached to the Lord, to Krishna, and then it becomes functional. But when it's not in contact with Krishna, it's not functional. It's futile resistance. So it's simple. For me, it feels very simple now.
What about you, River?
Oh, Maharaj, I came late. I'm going to watch it from the beginning, the class. Things are changing right now. I cannot say much about the class because I didn't really hear. Things are really changing right now between us all. There's something, Krishna is putting in some energy at the moment that's changing a lot of things, getting to know ourselves a lot deeper, getting to know the other devotees a lot deeper. There's some kind of change of something happening in the Sangha at the moment. Yeah, that's what I think.
Like what does it look like to you?
Actually getting to know the devotees, getting to know the devotees deeper and getting to know their false ego as well, and where they're at in their false egos and what's stopping them from coming live, showing themselves. I think it's the false ego in the devotees that's stopping them coming on and showing themselves, whereas we need to show ourselves because we are the representatives of the Lord. We need to show ourselves and we need to get our false egos out as well. We need to do what we want to do, and if you don't want to show yourselves, you're going to stay where you are with that, because you need to show yourself and get that false ego out, because things are changing, and we need to be those representatives. And I'm not saying that we have to get our false egos out, all of it, as just get online and show yourselves so we can see you, and we can be a stronger Sangha, a real strong Sangha, because I see it with you. It's happened a few times with you, myself, and Lalita, where we've worked together, where you can see Krishna's working behind us.
Yeah.
I've seen that a few times, and Lolita's seen it a lot more. She sees it really deep. And that kind of thing, if we get these false egos out, then Krishna's going to, he's working there already. I know that, but then you can see his workings. And this is the thing, this is why our Sangha is so great, because Krishna is behind us and you can see him working in us all. That is our real strength of Krishna being there with him working in us all and getting it out. And I know it's about, we do it when we're ready and we do it when we can, I've done it because my life has been shit. It's been really hard. I've had no ambition. I haven't wanted to do anything. I couldn't do anything. I wanted to force myself. It was like being my parent, like being my own parent, and force myself to get online and get and doing things. Stop wasting your life on being scared. Stop going on that. You've been scared. Stop stopping. I've had my life on pause because I've been scared and frightened, of being where I'm at. I didn't, and all of those things, and it's strong. I love the fact that we have the Lord there and he's there and you can see him working with us, and to have that with the whole Sangha, it's such a beautiful thing, Maharaj, to watch, because that is what people want to see. That is what I think it's just amazing that he shows us he's there, because of our surrender to you, to him through you. And you said something one day and you said something the other day, but you didn't, maybe you did and I didn't hear it, but you said you was going to show you were going to show that your dream from Prabhupada, your order from your lucid dream, your order from Prabhupada is so real. And I was like, yeah, because this is what people say. Well, we don't believe his dream. And, Prabhupada, he didn't come in, it was just a dream. But it wasn't just a dream. And I know that. We know that. It wasn't just a dream. The order was there because this is why it works, because that order came from Vrindavan. It came from the Lord. It came from the Lord. You follow that order. And everything has been working since you got really onto it. And the devotees have come and we've been at your lotus feet, and it's worked because of the empowerment of that order. So you said you was going to prove that why that order was so real, but you didn't say anything after that. So I'd really like you to.
Well, it's already proven. It's just going to be proven more. It's proven.
Okay.
It's already proven. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're the proof.
Well,
You're
we
the
can
witness.
see. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We can see that it's real and it's work. And they just, okay, it's going to be proven more. I'll wait to.
Yeah, it's proved, and it's just like this bhakti is perfect. That's here, and it gets more perfect and more perfect. That's the way the spiritual world is. It's not like the material. The material world is a reflection of that. See, so so it's proven, and it'll be proved more. We'll prove it more, and I mean, it would just prove it. It's not like we're here to prove. It's proven automatically because people are people, when they see, okay, the fruit here is transcendental and the fruit here is beautiful. You're fruits of the fructifying love of God. And this shows the world, wow, because people want happiness. They're looking for happiness. And now they're looking outside for happiness right now. So you're that representation of outside happiness for them. So wow, look out, there's a happiness that person's experiencing. Look at this thing. Wow, this is very different. See, get that spiritual greed going. So the more perfect it becomes here, the more proven it is, it becomes tempered, like the more tempered is something, and more stronger scent, see, stronger abilities, stronger love, stronger everything. It captures the world more and more. because people are looking externally for this, and now you're an external representation of that super soul. Super soul, if we could see it, would be so fantastic, the most glorious thing and everything. And now you're like, that's the real guru, it's the external manifestation of super soul. See the beauty of the super soul. And then you see it, and then you become like that too. You become like the representative for people in the world too. External manifestation. You see the glories of what's going on inside, outside. People, that's the only way. They're looking for happiness outside. Something outside has to represent it. That's why Krishna comes. Jesus comes. You need to see the outside representation of the greatest happiness. You need to see the embodiment, somebody relishing the greatest happiness. And then they give you the path to it. No one else can. The quick one, not this, many lifetime deal thing. Oh yeah. I mean, what are the gurus see? What was Narayan Raj teaching? By your austerities, you're chanting one. I mean, that's what he taught. By your chanting 1 lakh and just keep doing all these austerities, you will attain Krishna. After many lifetimes, you'll attain prema. Okay, fine. That was his teaching. But that's not this teaching here. See? And this teaching is working. It is blessed.
Oh, yeah. Very blessed.
Okay, people, devotees do what they do according to their realization. But this is already proven. And it's just when people will see that, okay, look at this. This is proving that Krishna is giving a very special order here. Lord Chaitanya, it's already been given, actually. I'm just acting on an order that was given 500 years ago, 550 years ago. And it's now there are people that will listen, and you have listened. You've listened. Even to take 5 people back to Godhead is amazing. But there's going to be so many more, obviously. I mean, look what's going on. People just one by one. See the nice one. Look at this Ventura devotee coming. Nice dancer, huh? Nice dances nicely. Yeah, look at Amy. There's nice new people coming, and yeah, and if they're sincere, and you could see they are, but you have to see everybody's got their own challenges, and their heart is shown. If they really want Krishna, they'll go through all what you got to go through.
Yeah.
Yep. And some, may have their little journeys. Everybody's who just do what they do. Yeah. So it's great. Yeah. Go ahead, Tom. What?
Yeah, I feel for everyone there's this challenge to translate this into real progress. For everyone there's a challenge to translate. They all feel attracted in some way, but they want to. They have this challenge to translate it into real progress, and this happens by allowing that their heart is touched by this.
Well, yeah. I mean, all you do is we're just having a good time here, right? We come here, meet together, and enjoy serving Krishna in this way, which is very unique and very powerful, very wonderful. I mean, if people are looking for this, it's available. We're being available. I mean, I'm not here to force people. You gotta do this. It's not about. Hey man, we're available. We say what we say. We do what we do here, and the result is up to Krishna. And it's a good one. He brings just choice jewels. I like that. I like that thing. Not a bunch of like. Could you imagine having a bunch of people that are on a mental plane, always dragging them along, man? I'm not into. I can't. I don't feel like dragging people. Just Lord, my deal with Krishna is you just send who people really want you, really can appreciate this preaching, and go through the purification. A lot of Vaitis, they won't go through this purification. They think it's some mental thing, and they come here. Sometimes they come, they come for a while, but they have, may have other motives, and they don't want to go through the purification. They don't know, what is this purification thing? Well, you got to burn up all that stuff, all that. You got to see all that deceit in your heart and the envy and jealousies and all that. So you got to see, and by recognizing it, you start letting it go. But a lot are not at that stage yet. So those who are can come. Doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to take a nap, man. I'm tired. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Thank
Tom,
you.
Govinda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Bo.